my end too. So, all right.
Nice.
And live we are. This is episode number 12. 12. 12, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I gotta edit that because I put in 11.
Oh.
But we're at 12. Episode number 12. And it's kind of like every time we do another one, it's like even crazier than the last that we're still doing it and that we're like almost 12 weeks in.
Yeah.
Essentially. Actually, more because we missed, I think, 1 week.
We
Or there have
did.
been like 1 or 2 weeks that we missed. But here we are. We're live,
We're
man.
still doing it. We're
Still
still
doing it. But yeah, welcome to the Two Dudes podcast. And today Adam has some news about a new group that he's in. And I'm curious to hear all about it.
So, I don't go on Facebook a whole lot, but I just went on and I found this group called Mountain Dew to Rule Them All. We're about 19,000 strong. Oh,
Yeah.
18,000 strong. But this place it's incredible, man. It's a group of people that all love Mountain Dew as much as we do.
That's beautiful.
And it's really opening my eyes to dew flavors I never knew existed. Obviously Cake Smash is out, and people are like, dude, you gotta try it. It tastes exactly like vanilla cake, which
Ooh.
sounds really good in my mind. But that Maui Burst, I didn't know.
Mhm.
But the Maui Burst is out there. There's like a Blue Monsoon I've never even heard of.
Blue
You can get it
Monsoon.
you can get it on tap.
Oh,
But
man.
this place is just like people trading. Like they're like, dude, I got this six pack of Cake Smash, but I don't really like it, so I'll trade people whiteout for it, or I'll trade people whiteout for a voltage or some shit
What?
like that. It's like,
What's it
and
called?
it's just, I invited you actually.
Mountain Dew. Okay, let me go.
Go on Facebook. But it's just all these people like, oh, he's like, oh, I finally found the Baja Flash. It's like, oh man, good news. It's so good, isn't it? It's just like, oh, this other one that sounded really good was Spark, and it was a
Oh, yeah, I have heard of that one too.
raspberry lemonade.
Oh, man.
But,
All right, so Mountain Dew to rule them all. Here we are, baby.
Mountain Dew Vibe. Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Into the lemon flavor to your soda.
Oh my God, this guy posted a picture of an entire pallet. Of what
Yeah.
is that?
The one that fell over.
Oh, did one fall over?
Yeah, the ones I saw were pallets of dew that fell over.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
this
yeah, I
part.
saw it. Yeah, I see that. No. It's an absolute tragedy, man. Yeah. This is at Costco? Baja Blast? Big old things of Baja Blast? Hell yeah, dude.
Ooh, and then the voodoo mystery flavor.
Yeah, I actually I think I saw that was that on I think Amazon that it was like able to
Oh,
you're able to buy it on Amazon. I know this because I was this close to buying Baja Flash on Amazon. But it's like $22 for a I think a 12 pack.
It's spendy.
It's ridiculous. And I do really want to try it, but I can't bring myself to spend $20 on it when I know I can probably get it for like $5 if I find it. But that's
then people are just like people are always like, I'm looking for Maui Burst on the West Coast, preferably Oregon.
Yeah.
Anyone got any leads? People are just like trying to find leads to Mountain Dew. It's like,
dude, I gotta.
man.
Oh man, create a public post. Here we go. Do any of you have any leads on where to find Baja Flash in the what area should I say? Like
The general area. I wouldn't say anything.
yeah, area. I I have been searching, but to no avail. Please help.
Dude, the funniest thing too is just these pictures of like people, like they'll do like selfies with their face and then the drink just like this, and they're like smiling, like I finally found it. It's like
Oh,
it's so funny. Oh my god, a major melon, uh, icy. Oh my
ooh,
god.
that would be good. I liked the Major Melon, but I didn't like thoroughly enjoy it as much as I did the other Mountain Dew flavors. You know,
I really liked
Major
the
Melon.
major melon.
Yeah,
I really, and also I think it's pretty like hit or miss, but that Baja Flash is probably one of my favorites.
really.
Just I love coconut, and it's very
Yeah. Okay,
very pina colada.
dude. The like I said, the Fanta pineapple flavor is incredibly tasty, and like I said,
Yeah,
it's like it reminds me of Mountain Dew. Um, but I think adding, and I really like that. Like I almost went to the store when I was done with it. I think it was like a 1.5 liter one, or one of those like 1.25 liter sizes. I nearly went to the store right after I finished it to get another one. So adding
right.
in some freaking coconut to that, hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's just so funny on these posts too. I keep seeing posts that crack me up, and it's like, yeah, I just found a bunch of like sparks, so I bought like 10 packs of it, 10, 12 packs. It's just like these carts full of Mountain Dew. It's like, go get you, man. It's a
Go, yeah,
shortcut to
have fun.
diabetes.
I think I still have two Baja Punches left from the pack that I bought.
Yeah.
And Jessica is just like, she's getting so done with it, man. She's like so upset. And then this morning she found like my trash can next to the my PC, and I have. Hold on, let me get it. It's because it's right on top. Can you see what that is?
Wait, one sec. Let me full screen.
So I have two cameras, one for Adam and one for.
What is that?
But this is fucking Ghirardelli chocolate chips, milk chocolate chips. And I just had been eating the fucking bag of them. You know, you're supposed to like put them in cookies, you know, and for baking, they're like for baking.
Oh my
But the
God.
bag that we had, there was only like a little bit left.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I was like, man, I kind of want some like chocolate or like a snack or like candy. And I was like, just had a craving. And I found these. And I just started going to town on them. I'd put them like in a little cup or something like that. And then eventually I was just like, let me just take the fucking bag.
Have we ever talked about when we were kids and the weird shit that we would do?
Oh, yeah.
Like my mom would get those, the semi-sweet chocolate chips,
And you just
and
eat
put them in
the.
the freezer. She'd put them in the freezer so she could like bake with them later. And me and my brother would just go in there and just like take handfuls of them and just eat them. And then
Yeah.
in days they'd be gone.
And she'd be like, what the hell?
It's like, where are my chocolate chips?
Yeah.
Where are my sprinkles? We'd eat sprinkles too. We were
Yeah.
just so sugar obsessed.
Yeah. I was the same way, but like, I think part of it was my dad also had a huge sweet tooth. And
Yeah.
so I grew up, like, when I was a kid, luckily, this was before any of my adult teeth came in, but at one point I think I had like 8 cavities
Yeah.
in my mouth. And they just let them. They like they tended to them, but they're like they're gonna fall out anyways. But
Yeah.
you seriously need to like fix your sugar intake, or if you do have sugar, if you have a soda, and a lot of it was I told them that the way I drank soda was I would drink it and then I would swish it around in my mouth, and the dentist was like, don't do
Yeah.
that, don't do that. And he's like, if you drink a soda, drink as fast as you possibly can, and then swish your mouth out, like swish your mouth out with water. But I'm like, who the hell has
Just
water
doesn't.
on them?
Yeah, and who? Yeah, that doesn't even.
Especially like when I
I
was
want
a
to
kid.
enjoy.
Like I never had water on me when I was a kid, you
Yeah.
know? So now I try to make an attempt to do it, and I'm like trying to whiten my teeth, so I have whitening strips that I do like every other day. And so if I have like coffee after I whiten my teeth, or like sometime after I try and get some water and wash my mouth out because I don't want it to like. I know probably part of the staining on my teeth is like from coffee because I have
Yeah.
so much coffee. But yeah,
Well, yeah. It was a good times when we were kids. But yeah, that was my weekly. I was excited to be part of this group, excited to be part of this community. I hope I can be a positive member
positive member of
of
the
it.
yeah of the community.
Yeah,
Um, I'm having fun going through this.
yeah.
Hold, hold on one second. This cannot be serious. You see this post from it's basically an illuminated bottle of Mountain Dew and says for camping or late nights at the beach, leave a quarter of Mountain Dew in a bottle. Just don't drink it all. Add a tiny bit of baking soda and 3 caps of peroxide. Put the lid on and shake, and voila, homemade glow stick.
Yeah, I saw that.
What the hell?
I don't know how true that is,
We
but
gotta try it though.
who just has peroxide on them?
I mean, I do at all times.
Oh, okay.
Mountain Dew
Ooh.
pancakes?
Yeah, I saw that. It's a Mountain Dew cookbook. Yeah.
What? We gotta find it. Hold on. Search the dark web. Dew recipes? Oh man. We're going down a rabbit hole here. We need to just, like I said, we need to just do a little taste test of all the dews. Is that a Mountain Dew grilled cheese? What in God's name?
Oh my God.
A Dew luau made with dew. This is crazy. Mountain Dew wing
Oh.
sauce.
Oh, I think I have seen that before.
That actually might
It might be pretty good.
be pretty good. Let's take a look at the ingredients. The sauce: lemon, a lime, of course, tablespoon of lime juice, tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 can of Mountain Dew, 2 tablespoons of jalapeno sauce. What's jalapeno sauce?
I have no idea.
You know, I mean, I know what jalapenos are, but interesting. Green food coloring. All right. Table salt, pepper, the usual. Cornstarch to thicken. Uh, it's very interesting. So for the sauce, in a saucepan, you bring the first 7 ingredients to a boil. Let everything cook. In a medium bowl, combine the cornstarch and cold water. Make it into a saucy type consistency. Yeah, this is not a very good recipe here in Mountain Dew. Not a good recipe at all. It has these are the ingredients as listed: 1 lemon zested, 1 lime zested, 1 tablespoon of lime juice, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 can of Mountain Dew, 2 tablespoons of jalapeno sauce, 2 tablespoons of jalapeno sauce, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of cold water, and then some other shit. But it's like, why not just say? So 2 tablespoons of jalapeno sauce is listed twice. Why not just say 4 tablespoons of jalapeno sauce? They fucked it up. I don't trust
Yeah,
it.
that's weird.
I don't trust it. They made a typo. Anytime there's a typo in something, I immediately lose all trust.
Yeah.
Let's see. So these are just pears with dew. A Mountain Dew fruit cake. Electric lemonade. What? What is that? Oh, these are like alcoholic drinks. Hell yeah, I'm down for that. But anyways. Yep. These are just
Maui
a lot
Burst
of.
is
Go ahead.
nowhere. Maui Burst is nowhere to be found in Portland, so that's cool. Or Spark, so that's
Interesting, dude. Every
pretty dumb.
every place that I've gone that says they're carrying the flavor I want didn't have it. So I've just kind of given up on trusting the store locator. I'll check it again, but for the most part, they've been
What's your zip code?
wrong. 92882. Let's do boom right there.
You got Maui Burst in your area.
Ooh. Let's check that one too. Find. Let's see. 10 miles away.
I think Maui Burst was the pineapple flavor,
Oh, okay.
just like straight pineapple.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Baja Flash at the same places that I went to last time, but like I said, they didn't have it.
It's probably just like sold out. There's probably so many people buying it because it's such a coveted like flavor.
I know, right? These bastards. And then I live in an area that's like, it's really weird where I live because we're like kind of in the middle of everything. So things are somewhat close, but they're not like conveniently close.
Yeah.
You know, like they're only like 15 miles away, but also we live in Southern California. So sometimes like it took me like an hour to get home one day because the freeways are horrible, you know? And that was only going like 15 miles. So I think once I start going to school though, because I'll have to make the commute from out here all the way into Orange County, I'll have more places to go.
Yeah.
So maybe I can
open up your
try it. Yeah. But we'll see. We shall see. What else, man? But I'll keep trying. You know, we'll keep trying. Keep at it. Not gonna quit. But according to the website, there's only 16 more days that Baja Flash is going to be available.
How many days? 16?
16.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'll be able to try it. Kind of bummed.
Yeah.
Kind of bummed about it. So if you find one, save me one and just ship it to me.
Okay.
And I'll pay for that. I was thinking about making a trip up there actually. So that car that I'm getting.
Yeah.
Were you serious about buying my car, or was that just like?
No, it was a joke.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, that actually might work out.
Sorry if that seemed like it was true.
I mean, it did. Like, I wasn't sure. It didn't really seem like a car that you would go for, but yeah, I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that car I'm buying, they actually reduced the price on it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So now it's closer to like market price. And I was like, I'll just fucking straight up, I'll just pay cash. You know, like I have savings for it because I knew I've been saving for a while. for a car because I knew that this would happen eventually. And originally, what I was going to do was when used car prices went down or my AC went out, that's when I was going to buy a car.
Yeah.
But I just happened to be driving home the other day and I saw an ad for like a used car sale at one of the Toyota dealerships out here.
Hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I might as well just look. And I found that Toyota Sequoia. And it was like $12K. And it was a little on the pricier side for that year. It's an '05. But it's got 167,000 miles on it, which is not bad for that year. And they ended up bringing it back down because most of those are around 8 or 9,000. They brought it down to 9.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, they brought it down like $3,000, and I was like, oh hell yeah. So
There you
I
go.
actually, as soon as that guy calls me, it's still getting like reconditioned, so they're changing out a bunch of stuff and doing some maintenance on it, make
Yeah.
sure it's like sellable and safe. As soon as that guy calls me, I'm just gonna go in. I'll probably
Dude, that's
go in
pretty sick.
with like I think it's like $9,900
Yeah.
that they're asking. I'm gonna go in with like I don't know, 8,500.
Just be
You
like,
know,
I'll take it. I'll take it cash right now.
yeah, like cash deal out the door. What can you do? And so if they want 10, like I'm willing to go to 10, but what I'll do is like if they're willing to change, like if the starter or the timing belt hasn't been changed in like the last like 90,000 miles, then I'll pay the 10 and just have them replace that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So that's what I'm willing to do. But I was like, man, we could take a road trip. I was thinking about you guys. I was like, if Adam actually really does want this car, like I could drive up there, hang out. We could have a do venture,
Yeah.
and then you and Emily could drive back down with me, and then take my car back up. But you're just one big fat liar, so that's fine.
Yeah. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Sequoias are pretty nice.
Yeah, I totally wanted a 4Runner, and I've had my mind set on a 4Runner for like a long time. But apparently Sequoias are like, I mean, they're Toyotas, right?
Yeah.
So they're fucking the same thing.
I think just Toyotas in general are really nice. So.
Yeah. Yeah. This car that I have, that Corolla that I have, has turned me into a lifelong Toyota buyer.
Yeah,
for
Emily.
sure.
Emily has a Venza, like the older Venza, because they
What's
came
that?
out with Venza for like it's like a
Let me see.
um like a mini SUV.
Oh, that looks nice.
Not I don't know what it's considered. But
Reminds me of like a
it,
Lexus SUV.
yeah, it's big but not too big.
Yeah.
Kind of like that middle in between like a car and like a SUV.
Yeah.
And she loves it. I love driving it. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Jessica didn't really like the Toyota Sequoia, the one that we looked at, but that was
yeah,
mainly because she would want a like a console, like in console GPS system with a screen. I don't really care about that. I don't need like a rear facing camera or anything. I just want the car. Like the car that I've had doesn't have anything, doesn't have any GPS or like
yeah,
safety features like on the rear view or side mirrors. Tells you about blind spots and whatnot. Like, I
yeah.
don't need that. It would be nice,
I
but I don't need it.
I will say I hadn't had that for a long time, but then my car right now, a Nissan Altima, it has like the backup camera and everything, and it's like it's game changing. It's
Yeah.
it's really nice,
Um,
especially for like Portland because you're constantly having to like parallel park
parallel
and
park,
stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just really nice.
Yeah.
But
Um,
all
I
that
agree.
stuff like you said, like the console and everything, those are like all changeable things. You can get just aftermarket, and it's pretty easy to install yourself.
Yeah. Um,
So
but Edgar just texted me, I'll sell you my car. No.
what does he have?
I think he has a Toyota too, but it's a smaller, like little hatchback one.
Oh,
It's a nice car actually. But yeah, the thing that I'll definitely miss is like the size of my car, the Corolla. It's so easy to parallel park, and
yeah.
finding parking spots in a parked parking lot or a packed parking lot, so easy because you can just fit into the smallest little spaces. But yeah, I definitely really want that car, that Toyota Sequoia. Probably put some big old tires on there too, so my miles per gallon will just be at like 3 miles per gallon. But that's whatever.
It's whatever, man.
Yeah, that's fine. I also really want to buy I want to buy a classic car,
Oh,
like a Chevy Nova or a
yeah.
Chevelle would be like my dream car. You know, before they ban cars like that eventually because of all the gasoline.
Yeah.
They probably will do that at some point.
My dad always tells me the funniest story, and it's like, so when he was out of high school, his the way he tells it is his dad took him to the Coast Guard,
Hmm.
like recruitment center, and like basically like signed him up to be in the Coast Guard,
Yeah.
like for some reason. But so he goes, and before he went, he had a Chevy Nova, like a
Ooh.
really nice Chevy Nova, and he goes to Coast Guard, 4 years, comes back, and he's like, "Hey, where's my Chevy Nova?" And his brother was like, "Oh, I sold it." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I sold it." And he like never paid my dad any of the
What?
money. It's like he always brings it up to his brother. It's like the car that got away, man, because those things are like expensive now, man.
I know Chevy Nova. I remember I looked at getting a Chevy Nova in 2014, and it was $5,000 for a Chevy Nova in
Yeah.
2014. At least the one that I was looking at. And I think I wanted like a 71, I think, or 72. Um, but let's just see what they go for now. Oh God, yeah, that's the one. This is 71. They're not bad still. Some of them are saying like the median is around 13,000. This other place is saying 8,000. But
I mean, I'm on Auto Trader, and they're like
40.
30,
Yep.
40, 60.
That's what I'm looking at now too. I don't know what that other place was. I'm on classiccars.com.
But these like Chevy Novas are like 40,000 miles, like
Yeah.
1,400 miles, like a 62 Chevy Nova, 1,400.
God.
Just a 62 Nova with 1,400 miles in Southern California for
Hey.
86.5.
Yeah, man. 71 Chevrolet Nova Coupe. I think that's what I would love. Yeah. I would love to get one of those.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
They're so nice too. And this used to be the car that you would get. Like this was the classic car that you would get if you couldn't afford something like a Chevelle, you know,
Yeah.
or something a little more wanted. But now Chevelles are even more expensive, and people are holding on to them. And there's more Novas available, and now they're going up in popularity, so the price is going up too.
Yeah.
So, man, I mean, back in 2014, I had like zero money to buy one because I had just graduated college, right? But I wanted to get one for my dad and me to drive around. Um, but now it's like, shit. This one's
Yeah, no, it's
27,000. This one has 2,000 miles on it. That's crazy. Is that with the original engine? I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe. But that's kind of BS that he did that. My brother did that to me once, but it was with my bike.
oh.
I like my dad bought me this bike when I was like, I don't know, I must have been 8 or something like that, and it was one of those bikes that was all like uh it was like it looked like a motorcycle, like a dirt bike. It was just like a
Okay.
little pedal bike. Because I was obsessed with motorcycles, and
Yeah.
I really wanted a dirt bike, but my dad couldn't afford one, and he was just like, "You're actually just not gonna get one." But here's this bike that looks like a motorcycle, and I freaking loved it. It was awesome. Um, and then my brother at the time was in musical theater and was doing plays in San Diego and whatnot, and me and the family went down to go see him in the play, and I see this like guy riding around on a bike, and I'm like, "Hey, that kind of looks like my bike." And I looked down, and I was like, "Dude, what?" I was like, "This is my bike." I was like, "What the heck?" And then I found out that my brother sold it. He like took it and he sold it. And mind you, my brother's like 12 years older than me.
Yeah.
So at the time he was like in his teens, like maybe close to like 20.
Yeah.
So he took like an 8-year-old's bike and sold it. And he's my half brother. So he's like not my dad's son.
Yeah.
Um, and my dad was fucking pissed. My dad like almost just my dad wanted to fist fight him. He was so fucking pissed because at the time my dad had just gotten me that. So my dad like shortly before that was in prison,
Hmm.
and he gotten that for me, like as a like, hey, I'm back. Let's spend some time together, and I got you this bike. And my dad was so fucking pissed. He wanted to kill him. He's like, and I think from that moment on, he never liked my brother.
Yeah.
He like never liked my brother, and I haven't talked to my brother in a long time, because he's just like, that's the type of shit that he does. Um, but yeah, my dad, like anytime something with my brother happened, my dad just fucking couldn't stand, even even listening to his name. He hated that guy. Um, but I can't imagine doing that with a car. You know,
I know. Especially a car like that.
are your dad and your uncle on good terms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everyone's on good terms. Like,
yeah.
it's just kind of blew over. He just kind of brings it up as like a joke now.
I'd
Because
be I'd
he's
be so pissed about that.
yeah.
Oh man, why? How do you do that? Like, how can you justify that? Oh yeah, I needed the money, so I sold your car. You know
His
that's
brother
my
just
car, right?
brother always does stuff like that too. It's
Oh my
funny because
god.
like he's got like a really big family. My dad, he's like
Yeah.
one of 11, and
Jeez.
so they're just always doing stuff like that to each other.
And you're like,
Because it's
that's
kind of the same
mine.
thing. Because like him and his two other brothers are like the youngest, so like in groups, like them, and then like the middle, and then
Yeah.
like the older groups. And I think it was like the older brother who's probably like 10 years older, close to that,
Yeah.
than him, did that. And so it's kind of that same situation with you and your brother.
Yeah. Um. I just like, why? You know, why?
Yeah.
Um. That's interesting. That's crazy that your dad. I remember you saying that about your dad a while ago, that he comes from a huge family. Um. That's the kind of family that I always wanted. I mean, I had a big family growing up, but you know, it just kind of like we didn't stay close. Once my grandpa died, it kind of like shit just kind of fell apart, which is really sad.
Yeah.
Because he was definitely the glue that held it all together. And we would have like family parties. Every holiday was spent at my grandparents' house, and everybody was there. It was awesome. But it's not like that anymore, sadly. But that's the same thing that Jessica always wanted, was like this huge family, to have these big family gatherings for Christmas and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're gonna be having 11 kids.
No, it's not that type of place anymore.
No, I don't think. I don't. I wouldn't want to put anybody through that.
No.
You know,
No, because like we
that's
try to
crazy.
as as a cousins, because I got a lot of cousins, and so we were thinking like that means my grandma would had to have like been pregnant, had a kid, and then been pregnant again like
Couple months
within a
later or some
year.
shit within a
Like
year.
yeah, because it was like
Are they all within like a year of or well,
uh no, I think my oldest is like 70, 71,
okay.
and then my dad is 56,
Okay.
57, something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like relatively close.
Yeah, so she had them like basically
Yeah,
fucking one every other year or some shit.
yeah.
Um,
I mean that's a Catholic family for you.
that's insane, man. Did you know your grandmother? Or
No, my
what?
grandma's still alive.
Oh,
Yeah,
she is. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Um, what is she like
She
with her
is.
kids?
Oh, with her
Well,
kids, she's
like in
very
general,
loving.
what's she like, and like what's she like with the kids too?
She's like really loving. I guess.
It's just like the type of person to have 11 kids. You know what I mean? Like one
Yeah,
kid a year, basically. Like, I want to know what kind of person you are.
definitely. I think it's. I've heard stories about. I mean, my grandpa, who's not with us anymore, uh, was an old crabby man, very angry man. Apparently, I never got to meet him, but
Well,
my
dealing with
grandma was.
12 kids, probably, or 11 kids.
Yeah, I guess my grandma was completely opposite. But when they're kids, very like almost kind of like absent-minded, like trying to
Yeah.
watch over all the kids. But
Yeah.
now she's, you know, just living life. They like live down in Laughlin. Sorry, not Laughlin, Bullhead City, but it's right next
Okay.
to Laughlin, Nevada.
Yeah,
Um, and a couple of my aunts and uncles like moved down with her,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they just live there. She just kind of is living life, and
Man.
last time we went down there, she said that she's writing gangster rap. Um, I don't know what that entails, but
Nice.
yeah,
When she's done, I want the lyrics. I want to
I,
hear. I need a sample.
I need to go down and just have her record. Just go rent a recording studio for a day and have her record a song.
Can
Put
you
it out.
imagine she just blows up?
The next
Uh,
SoundCloud rapper.
yeah, Granny Trap. Yeah, that's fucking wild. That's funny. Well, that's good that she's still, having fun
Yeah,
and fucking just that's hilarious that she's writing gangster rap.
I know.
Oh man, yeah. My grandparents had how many kids did they have? There was Gary, George, Genevieve, Grant, Gina, Glenda. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, that's pretty big too.
Yeah. So, and then those kids basically all had kids. Um, so yeah, pretty really growing up in a big family, and then once it kind of fell apart, it was just like me and my dad. So
Yeah,
it's like being in a small family now is like pretty relatively new, but it would be nice. I mean, it's always nice to think of those Hallmark Christmases and shit
yeah.
where the big old family's together and everything's beautiful and hunky dory. But like I said,
Definitely wasn't
I'm not gonna put somebody through having 6 kids.
definitely wasn't a Hallmark family
Yeah.
things. Definitely the riddle extravaganzas were far from Hallmark. So
Oh man, dude, I would love to go. Just knowing how your dad is and having met him, like I think the 3 times that I've met him, he's a character, man.
yeah, he's pretty tame compared to some of my aunts.
I can't imagine
tried to
him being the tame one.
I try to tell Emily like prepare her because she came down for like a little family get together. It was like a wedding
Yeah.
reception this
Oh
last
God.
summer or this summer, and
Did they just swarm her?
yes, swarmed her. swarmed. They're like, when are you guys getting married?
Oh God.
A
Yeah,
lot of things like that. So,
dude.
but
Yeah,
they're a crack up.
yeah. I'm sure she felt real comfortable. That shit's tiring, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember first meeting Jessica's family, and it was like I don't know. You have to put on a game face, right? You have to like be
Yeah.
prepared, be ready. You have to have your answers like ready to go beforehand because you know the general questions that they're going to ask you, and it's like an interview.
Yeah.
It's tiring, man. But how long have you and Emily been together now?
Over 2 years now.
Wow, dude, really?
Yeah.
2 years?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
No, sometimes it feels like the shortest time just goes by so fast.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy, man. I was talking to my buddy from high school. He's like essentially like the only person that I stay in really close contact with from high school. Um, and I just had this random memory of when he moved to Japan. He moved to Japan to teach, and he kept a blog. And I asked him about it, and I was like, "Do you still have the link to that blog? I just had a random memory about that blog that you did, and you being in Japan." And he sent it to me. He still kept it, and the date on it was September, like early September in 2011. And I was like, that was, or was it 2000? It was like 2010 or 2011 or some shit. And I remember it like it was not that long ago, but it was like over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was insane. You
I
know?
know.
Like, I still feel like I remember 2018. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm still in 2018, but that was like almost 4 years ago. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. So, and now, like, the more I talk about it, the more I start to feel like my dad, you know? Like, oh, I remember this. I remember like it was yesterday. And you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm only 31, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 61 sometimes. So, but anyways, that's that. Um, I'm glad that I still keep in touch with all you guys, you know?
Yeah.
And doing this is really cool. Because before we didn't like, I don't
Our
know.
our friend group is like, guess Emily doesn't really understand it a whole lot because like me and James, because me and James are like relatively close, like proximity wise.
Yeah.
But we hang out sometimes, but like not as much as I think Emily like thinks that we should, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're like constantly messaging each other, and
Yeah.
it's not like, I don't know, unless we don't tell each other what's going on, we just don't really ask questions what's what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's just kind of how we are, you know?
Yeah. I mean, people have moved away. Like you were up in Puget Sound for a while, you know, because you
Yeah.
were coaching up there, and like, you know, Jesse had kids, you know, Matt had kids. Um, it's like you just get busy, and it's
Yeah.
easier to text. And like my friend, the one that I was just talking about, Travis, like I would say is definitely one of my closest friends in my life. I haven't seen him. I think seeing him in October will be the first time that I've seen him in like 5 years.
Yeah.
I think, like in person. Like we'll text, and I think we've done like FaceTime. Just he'll call me randomly, but I haven't really seen him. And then there are times where like he'll just be like, "Oh hey, yeah, I'm actually gonna be moving to Korea for like 2 years," and I'm like, "What the hell?
Dang.
Like, what? Okay, I'll see you later." But that's kind of how our relationship is. Or there will be times where he's just like Like, oh yeah, I'm up in this area for a day. I'll see if I can like hang out, or if I can get away and talk to you. Um, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, it doesn't really like if we talk to each other. So that's how Jessica is. Like, I have basically like no friends in the area other than Edgar, and I see him every once in a while. But like, he's working all the time. I'm busy with school, so it's like my friends are kind of all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of the same now
Yeah,
for me, especially now that James is moving to Eugene. I
yeah,
will
yeah,
have. I guess Larry would be the closest person,
yeah.
but
This,
he's still like a ways away in Longview.
yeah.
I don't really want to drive to Longview.
Mr. Shinister, you say that you feel like that after a night of drinking? Feel like what? I can't remember what we were talking about when you made that comment. Um, yeah, but even like I said, just busy. Larry's got a bunch of shit going on. Like we all have a bunch of shit going on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's kind of sad that it
Larry.
happens. Like I don't know what I would prefer. Like being in that position like 10 years ago, I definitely didn't have as much money. I felt like I didn't have any time, but I actually did have a bunch of time. I had a lot more freedom to do things, but I didn't feel that way in the moment. It's
Yeah,
like kind of shitty. That's how life is. You like have
I
all this
know.
freedom, but you don't really feel it in the moment. Um, feel like, oh yeah, I said I feel like I'm 61, but I'm 31. Yeah, I definitely feel like that all the time, especially all the shit that we've done. Like we've put, especially you and me, Adam, too. Like anybody that did sports all throughout high school and college, you just put a lot of miles in your fucking body, man.
Yeah,
So yeah, we've talked about a bunch of stuff, man. Small families, big families, feeling old, friends. I had no idea where this was going to go today. I didn't really have an agenda. Sometimes we'll have an agenda about what we'll talk about, and then today I was like, I actually wasn't. If you would have said, "Oh, hey, I'm busy," like I can't do the podcast today, I was probably just gonna be like, "Oh, yes, thank goodness." But I was like, you know what? If he's down for it, I'll do it.
it's just our podcast is a shotgun podcast, man.
Yeah. Uh,
Short burst of nothingness.
of nothingness. What sports we do in college? We both did track.
Yeah.
I did sprints, and he was a thrower. So,
Yeah, sports. Yeah, it kind of leads us into the next.
oh yeah,
We'll talk a little bit about the Prefontaine. I'm
oh
sure
yeah,
people want to hear about that.
yeah, man.
Big story. Ryan Krauser shaved his didn't shave his head, but cut his hair into a mullet.
Yeah,
Which is pretty sick. Cool.
I haven't seen it. Let me see it.
Look it up, man. He looks like Kenny Powers, and it's pretty awesome.
Let me see.
So, I think it's like two, a little before two is when the shot put starts. It's gonna be a good shot put competition.
Yeah.
Tom Walsh, Darlin Romani, Krauser, Kovac.
Nice. Just those two, Krauser and
then-
Kovacs, will be huge. I love that dude.
I know.
So
And then there's some other guys too
Nice.
that should have a big one. Daryl Hill, who just missed. I think Patton Otterdahl. And then Josh Antowumbia or something. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Okay.
I just butchered it.
yeah, that'll be awesome, man. I was talking to somebody about the Olympics and how I didn't really watch the Olympics this year. Like
No, and that's like a big thing too. Is like no one watched the
nobody
Olympics.
watched it. I think it's probably the least watched Olympics in a while. Like
Yeah, I think it. I'm pretty sure it was like literally no one watched it.
Viewership 2021. Yeah, Tokyo Olympics ratings plummeted. Of course, NBC dominated the viewers, but that's just because they basically own the Olympics. But yeah, like I loved it because I wish that I had watched more of it. Like I still haven't even watched the 110-meter finals, and that's something that I
Yeah.
like always love watching just because I did it. But even with the other performances, like I feel like there were so many record-breaking performances and so many insane performances that were thrown down at the Olympics, but it was like to nobody. But that's fine. I actually kind of like that because it's like seeing all of that done. It made me think about how this was just for the athletes. You know, like they were just
Yeah.
pumped to be out there and they were ready, and you could tell that they came ready just by the performances that they did. You know,
Yeah.
just excited to be there. So I love that.
Yeah. You're saying how you didn't really watch a whole lot. I will say I didn't realize how easy it was to watch it. I didn't watch like a majority of it just because I thought I had to watch it on TV. But the NBC app, like the sports app, it was super easy to use, and it had like clips of like
Nice.
things. So
Yeah,
I'm sure it has a 110 hurdles on there.
probably
I kind of wish that I would have known.
known about that
Um,
beforehand.
yeah,
Yeah. Mr. Shinister said he more people watch the Olympians TikToks this year probably.
yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Um oh, Edgar said viewership went down 49%. So I'm not sure where you're getting your statistics from, buddy.
Yeah,
But
we need.
I would believe that.
I would too, but we
Uh,
do need some evidence, Edgar.
so from CNN.com. Yeah, don't come in here without any evidence, pal.
Yeah,
Whopping
an
45%.
evidence-based podcast.
Yeah. When we talk about do and poo, we need evidence. Okay. Summer Olympics is down a whopping 45% from the Rio Games in 2016. Viewership in prime time is down 51%. So, Edgar, you
You
are
know,
wrong.
it's just so hard too, especially when you have like an Olympic in Tokyo. Like, I don't know how they get those numbers. But I wonder if it's like people, if they're getting it off of people watching it on TV, or if it like is a blended
Yeah.
like TV and online, like through the app. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to watch it on TV, you'd have to get up at like 3 a.m. So like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember like right before getting into bed, we would have the TV on downstairs and they would just be starting coverage. It'd be like
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock at night. So, yes, you will get fact checked hard. But he was ultimately right, but that's fine. But yeah, man, I just watched it on YouTube. I just waited for like NBC or somebody else to post, or the Olympics YouTube channel to post it, and that's how I'd watch it.
yeah.
All right, Mr. Sinister, have a good day.
Bye.
Later, man. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, it should be really interesting, the Prefontaine, because there are going to be some big names racing, some Olympic medalists, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's what Edgar said. Shakari Richardson is racing the gold, silver, and bronze medalist for the 100 meter 100 meter. So
Yeah.
that'll actually be really cool to watch and see how she performs. I mean, not like it'll matter in terms of like Olympic,
It'd be bragging rights.
but it'll be like if she wins that, then it'll be 100%. It'll be bragging rights. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
What time? Let's see. Fontaine Classic. Let's see what the schedule is.
I didn't realize it was a diamond league. I thought it was like a full meet, but it's only like a quarter meet, like a diamond league quarter meet,
Yeah.
or whatever.
I think it isn't that how it usually is. Prefontaine's the classics usually part of the Diamond League.
I mean, I guess I don't know.
No.
Past years, I really haven't paid a whole lot of attention to it.
Yeah. I used to
I
watch
should.
a ton of it when I was like in high school and junior college because we had DirecTV, and for whatever reason we had a channel that played a crap ton of track and field content. So I was like constantly watching the Diamond League series.
Yeah.
But I think it's always been a part of the Diamond League event. Um, let's see, what time is it right now? 12. So the men's triple jump. So yeah, the women's 100 meter will go off at 1:41. So in almost just about 2 hours. And then they have the 400 meter hurdles, women's 400 meter hurdles today. Is that it? There's nothing tomorrow? Yeah, there's nothing tomorrow.
No, that's just today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that I feel like I've definitely seen some other events. They looks like they changed them around. I didn't know that they did that. But it's just the 800, 3,000 meter to the 800 meter. Interesting. I mean, where can I watch it? Do you know?
I don't know.
No idea.
I know Runnerscape. I don't know. I think Runnerscape is like a subscription, but I think they had.
Oh, I think you can watch it on CBS. You might be able to watch it on CBS in another state, but I'll see. But yeah, that'll be cool. I'd really want to watch that women's 100 meter.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was going. Like I said, I just totally like lost track of track and field in general. You know. I'm just checking on Edgar. For whatever reason, can't make a YouTube account, so he can't like come in and be like listening in and watching the part, or like
He can't
participate
make a
in
YouTube?
chat.
What do you mean he can't make a YouTube account?
I don't think he understands it. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's I think it's just giving him trouble for whatever reason. He said that it. What did he say? Something on his end. He's like, I tried making a profile last time, but it wouldn't let him or some shit. So he's just. I'm checking my text messages and he's just texting me. But I think you can do it. You can just do it through your Gmail account or Google account, I should say. So if you have a Gmail, you definitely have a YouTube account. Pretty sure. So, but anyways, but yeah, I was watching. So I watched Moneyball last night. I talked to you about this before we started.
Great movie. Love it.
Dude, it's so good. I haven't read the book, but I really would like to. Like every time I watch, it's one of those movies that I'm like, yeah, I should definitely read the book, and then I never do, because I just never read really. But
yeah, books like that like make me really wish I like learned how to read. Yeah.
I'm listening to Dune on audiobook. That's a book that I've been trying to like finish for probably close to a decade.
So yeah, I started because I loved the as a kid the Dune like 85 or 87 movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved it, even though it's pretty bad.
You know what?
And
I watched a side-by-side clip of the trailer for the old Dune and the new Dune.
Yeah.
And it looks like it holds up, honestly. I think we were just thinking about it, like, retrospectively, and just assuming that kind of it was, like, I watched some scenes and they are, like, dated. But for the most part, like, some of the scenes hold up really, really well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find the link that I watched and I'll send it to you. But it looks like it held up pretty well. So I'll give you credit there. But go ahead,
I read about like probably a third of it, like physical book. And then it was just like because a book is like 700-800 pages or something like that. Like
it's pretty big.
it's a hefty book.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, screw it. There's like this app that you can get through like the Oregon library system
Mm-hmm.
that you can like rent audiobooks.
Ooh.
And so like you should check out, see if California has one.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But I was trying to like listen to it, but I think that the audiobook is like 55 hours or something.
That must be the entire series, because the audiobook that I'm listening to is just Dune, the first book, and it's, I think, is it 20 something hours, maybe close to like 25 hours or something.
I don't know, because the Game of Thrones I listened to was 30 something hours, and I listened to it all.
Dang.
But oh, never
Yeah.
mind. This is 21 hours.
21. Okay.
I must have just been dumb.
I mean, it's long. Yeah, 21
Yeah.
hours, 2 minutes. And I have 5 hours left.
Wow.
Basically 6 hours left.
Yeah, I got to get back on it.
Um,
'Cause I want to finish it before the movie comes out. Because this
Yeah.
is the one movie I am like super excited for.
oh man, I'm pumped. I can't wait. I'm like, and I'm listening to the book, right? And thinking of all these scenes in the book that I'm like, oh man, I wonder how they're going to do that, or are they going to include this? Because there are certain things that happen in the book that are like just completely like really poetic or epic, or just like kind of sad or whatever. And I'm like, I'm wondering what they're going to include.
Yeah.
And I think the movie is like 2.5 hours.
Good.
So yeah, right. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if they did like a two-parter for the first
me
book.
too.
But they're probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to make this like a series. You know, do like 3 movies: Dune, Children of Dune, or something like that. And
I don't know if Villanueva does that. The director.
yeah,
I don't think he's ever done like a series thing. I think he's just like kind of like a one-off guy.
true. But he also like this is like his passion project. I know that for sure. He's been trying to. I think he's been trying to make this movie for a long time. Like Dune is one of his favorite stories like ever. So I think if he has the opportunity to like get the Dune universe out there in a way that he's proud of, I think he would probably do it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy, so who knows? What's his name? Denis Villeneuve, I think is how you actually pronounce it. Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, he did a lot of movies that I really like.
Yeah, he's like he did the Blade Runner, he did Arrival, Sicario.
Yeah. Dude, Prisoners. Have you seen that one?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. He did this. What? Dune, the Sisterhood? Oh, it's in development for HBO.
Oh.
Interesting. Maybe he's going to be directing the entire series or just an episode? Very interesting.
Oh, it's like a TV series set in the Dune universe, which centers on the lives of the Bene Gesserit.
Yeah. I'm down for it.
Well, okay, and then if you click on Dune, there is a IMDb post for Dune 2.
Ooh.
Dune Part 2.
Ooh.
So, I don't know. There's not much on here other than Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya are
Yeah.
casted on it.
Nice,
So you might
man.
have your
Maybe.
your wish.
Maybe.
That'd be sick. I really
Yeah.
hope.
That'd be really cool.
Because it's one of those series like I really enjoy it, but
Hans Zimmer is going to be doing the score for the film too.
oh, thank
So
God.
that's just like extra, super extra credit points. He turned down doing Tenet with Christopher Nolan to do this movie, to do
Oh,
Dune.
oh man.
Oh hell yeah!
I really hope that this is as good as we hope it is.
I don't think he can make a bad movie. You know what I mean? Like maybe he
Yeah, it's
can.
just because like the cast in it is like insane.
I know.
Timothy Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Zendaya, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista, who's one of my favorite action stars. I don't think he gets enough credit.
He doesn't. He really doesn't. He's
He's so
actually like
good.
it's crazy that you have Batista, who used to be like of WWE, like a solid actor. I really like him. He's doing like
Yeah,
good films too.
yeah. Like,
You
did you
know,
see the Netflix zombie movie that he was in,
I did.
Army of the Dead?
Army of the Dead. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. You know, it
Um,
wasn't like the best, but I
no,
really
but
liked him in
I
it.
knew what it was going to be. You
Yeah,
know, um, but it's just like when you think of wrestlers who become actors, like they're kind of pigeonholed, right,
yeah,
into these films, and like it happened to John Cena. The Rock kind of broke out of it, but like he is doing more comedic roles, you know.
yeah.
Um, but Dave Batista somehow is just like getting these like serious roles, and I'm fine with it.
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah,
He's like blowing me away. I think it started with Guardians of the Galaxy, even though it's like pretty funny and stuff like that. He just did it so well.
yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Edgar said, but he isn't a very good actor. Who isn't?
he's probably saying about Dave Batista, and what I have to say to Edgar is, screw you, Edgar.
Yeah, he said only Guardian of the Galaxy is good. Other than that, I don't know. His acting is cringy. John Cena is the worst of them all. I would say the John Cena movies were. I think I saw what was it, The Marine? I think I walked out of it.
Yeah, it's
It
not
was pretty
good.
bad. Um, I don't know. I really like his the characters that he plays when he was in uh, Blade Runner 2049. I feel like
Yes.
he did a good job in that role. Um, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, he's just a total goofball, but I think he does it
I
well.
mean, he really hasn't been in a whole lot that like, you know, kind of shows his acting prowess, I
Yeah.
guess.
There is another one that he's going to be in with Jason Momoa. Um,
C, it's a show.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's that going to be on? Is that on Amazon or something?
No, it's on Apple
Apple.
TV, I believe.
Dang.
Yeah, my mom started watching that. She said it was pretty good. So
Really? Okay.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I was reading stuff about Dave Batista, and um, he had done an interview with, I can't remember who he did the interview with, but they were talking about, another Guardians of the Galaxy film. And basically, he said after this next one, he's done playing
yeah,
Drax. And they're like, what? Why? And he's like, I'm fucking 52 years old. That's why. He's like, yeah, like, you look this way. He looks the way that he does, but he probably doesn't feel that way. You know?
yeah,
Like, he's probably got freaking herniated discs, bulged discs, bad whatever. Everything on him is probably aching and breaking.
yeah.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of really good people in the Dune movie, and I don't know. I don't think it can be bad.
I don't think so. I think Stellan Skarsgård as the Baron Harkonnen is gonna be
Dude,
like
I
killer
know.
cast. Like when I visualize Baron Harkonnen, it's what Skarsgård looks like.
Yeah. Uh, the guy that does the voice in the audiobook, for whatever reason, it makes me think of oh, what's his name? I gotta find his name real quick. Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, and that's who I think of when I'm listening to the audiobook, and I'm just like, man, that would be. I think that would be a good cast too. Michael Clark Duncan, it's Baron Harkonnen. Yeah. But that's who I keep thinking of too. Is like when I'm listening to it or hearing these scenes in the book. Like, who is that? Who's going to play this?
Well, also that reminded me, Michael Clark Duncan's
he's also dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he couldn't. Well, I was just saying, like, I think it would be a good, like a good role for him. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing him in that. So. He. Oh. Who? Dave Batista? Edgar. Dave Batista? He said he really wants to play Marcus in Gears of War.
Yeah.
Dave Batista said that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
I know.
I think that would be... I would love to watch that movie. I just hope that it would be good because, you know, there's always the thing with, like, video game movies. But I think before they weren't taken seriously, so they weren't... And this goes back into, like, the video game industry, right? And how huge it has gotten over the years. Before, like, people didn't take video games seriously as far as, like, entertainment, right? So, studios weren't willing to put in money or time or resources into making them. But now you have actors like... what's his name that does Spider-Man? Tom Holland. He's going to be in an Uncharted movie. Mm-hmm. They're going to be doing, I think The Last of Us is being turned into a series for HBO.
And I think a part of it too is like the video games themselves that are coming out are more like, I don't want to say like story driven, but I think that the story in them is more like adaptable to movies now. Because
there are more games like that.
Like Mortal Kombat, that's not really
You're
a story
limited.
driven.
Yeah,
you're really kind of limited on how cool it can be. You know.
Yeah.
What were some other ones that like bad movie video game?
I mean, there have been a bunch of them, and we probably can't remember them just because they're not memorable, right?
Yeah.
But they're doing more of them, and I'd be down to see Gears of War. Yeah. I'd be down to see... I mean, they've done some Halo ones, but I think it'd be cool to see like a big production for a Halo movie. But some of the stuff that they've done has actually been really good, so I might just want to leave it at that and not have it be ruined anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what else? I mean, that should be really cool. I haven't played Gears of War, I don't think, since like the first one came out. That was high school.
I know. I have a Gears 5 downloaded. Mm-hmm. I've been really thinking about playing that. But yeah.
I just remember like Gears of War, and I'm like, how are these fucking people so huge?
I know.
Like they're every single one of you is massive. These are like super soldiers on crack.
We were just talking about this, me and my friend, and he's like, yeah, we were just playing Gears of War, and it was like, it blew my mind as an adult watching them carry this massive gun in one hand and climb up a ladder with the other hand.
Yeah.
Because we're at Lake Chelan, and we're like doing it, and we're trying to carry like a floaty in one hand and climb up, and we're like, dude, this is
horrible.
Just with the floaty.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to break something. Yeah. I haven't played it in a long, long time, and I know it's like there's like a competitive part of it as well, but I have not kept up with it. I don't even know what Gears of War are they even on. Is it Gears of War 5? Is
I
that the
think it's
latest one?
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I liked the game though, and that would be really cool to see them do a film. As long as it's done well, I think we're at a point now where we have technology to make it look good, you know,
Yeah.
where it won't look like campy or anything. So I just looked up Gears of War, and the top question asked is Gears of War dead? God, the questions that people ask blows my mind. So, but anyways, people are taking video games more seriously now just because of the amount of money that it's making, that the market is making.
Mhm.
So, people are gonna want to get in on it, and I'm fine with that.
I'm fine
You
with it
know,
too.
um, because at the end of the day, it's like the movie sucks. Okay, at least the game is good. They tried, but if it's great, then it's just like an additional thing to enjoy
Yeah.
about the game. So because sometimes I actually do really like when I play a lot of those games, I really just love the story. So like Halo is one of my favorite stories, and sometimes I don't really want to work for it, so I'll just put it on like the easiest mode and just go through it so I can just
Yeah.
be a part of the story. Um,
Same.
so, but anyways, uh, just trying to look at these other people that were in Dune. Stelgar. I wonder if they're gonna include the Princess Irulan in any way.
Who is that?
So the Princess Irulan is the person that's like in between chapters, or like what do they call that, within a like a break, like a chapter break,
Yeah.
and she'll like read off things from like her diary. Um,
Hmm.
it's like from the diary of the Princess Irulan, like in my father's house, Princess Irulan, some shit, and she'll just talk about like Bene Gesserit wisdom or like an old saying or some shit that applies to the chapter or the coming like story. So
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to include that.
I don't know. It's
Let's see. Dune movie Princess Irulan. Irulan. Huh.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they haven't said anything yet. So, but we'll see. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited for it. That comes out in October, like end of October, right?
Yeah, I think October 21st or something like that.
Yeah. So,
And it's awesome. It's gonna be the one of those HBO Max,
ooh,
which
really?
yeah, so it's gonna be like right on HBO.
Nice. So I won't have to go to the theater.
Yeah.
I kind of am okay with that. Although that will probably be a movie that I would love to see in like IMAX.
Yeah.
I think I'd
Yeah.
probably spend some money to go see that in IMAX, but I wouldn't mind. I mean, we have a freaking like a 92 or whatever inch TV downstairs. So, it's basically the same freaking thing, you
Yeah.
know. So I wouldn't mind watching it at home. But like I said, like there's just a different experience when you watch it in a movie theater. So,
That's one thing I've really missed, and I've been able to go, and me and Emily have been able to go and see a couple of movies in
yeah.
theaters, and it's like it's just all the difference, man. There's some movies where it's like, oh, I'm looking at
Yeah.
HBO Max. Godzilla vs Kong, I could watch at home, but
Yeah.
I think Dune is one of those ones that I just have to go watch in theaters
Agreed. Yeah,
at some point.
I miss going to the movies. I mean, I was I was kind of getting to the point where I was like, yeah, let's go watch a movie, and then all of a sudden, like, there's a freaking shooting at the movie theater down here,
Oh
the one that we go
shoot!
to. Yeah, it was really sad. Like,
Wait, was it the one that was like all over the news?
yeah, the two high schoolers that died
Wow, that was at your local
right
theater.
down the street.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So we were like, yeah, we're not going there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would happen again because the shooter was just like schizophrenic and like on a mental break or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't feel great.
It's
It's really
just
sad
hard,
too, man. Like the two victims were like high schoolers, like 17
Yeah.
and 19 or some shit, or like really young, really
Yeah.
really young. So
Gosh.
sucks, man. But yeah, that kind of just we were like, no, I'm not going over there. And that to me, I was like, I don't think I want to really go to the movies,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, this one I will 100% see. And what movies are out right now? You know?
Yeah. There's I think you can go watch the Suicide Squad, which
I
I've
do
heard
want to
is
watch that
pretty
one.
decent. I do want to watch that one too, but that's also on HBO Max.
Yeah, that's one I could
Um,
live with watching at home.
Yeah. Reminiscence. The
Yeah, Reminiscence.
Hugh Jackman, which I think looks pretty good. Emily didn't think it looked that great, but
It looks all right to me. I think what I would want to see is Free Guy.
yeah.
I would want to see, of all the movies out that I see right now, probably Free Guy is the one that I would want to see. Oh, no, I lied. The Green Knight.
I really want to see the Green Knight.
Yeah. I've been talking about that movie for so long, and Jessica's like, anytime it comes up in conversation, she's like, yeah, I know. You want to see it. But, yeah, I think it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love that actor. What's his name? Dev Patel.
Dev Patel, yeah. Same. I really like him,
And
too.
then Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Is it Keegan or
Cohen?
Keoghan?
Cohen?
Kogan?
Cohen? I don't know. I don't know how you
Um,
say those British names.
Yeah, but I like both of them. I love the story. I had to like look it up like a little bit because I didn't really understand what the story was, but
Yeah.
it sounds really interesting.
Yeah. There's like one, like the original manuscript, there's like fucking one of it. It's like the only time that we have known of this story or some shit. But yeah. You know what? What? Today's the 21st. The next showing is at 1:05. And then 4:50. Maybe I'll see it today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me a movie report and tell me how it is.
I will. But yeah, I might do that. See if Jessica wants to go. If not, I can go by myself. I'll just, whatever. She don't have to come. But anyways, we've done an hour and a half, man. We talked about a bunch of different shit.
Yeah.
So let's. I really like these. So let's do it again next week. Thanks, Edgar, for being here.
Thank you.
Mr. Shinister that was here as well. He's a buddy of mine from the YouTubes. So hopefully I'll have a car within the next couple days. Fucking big ass car that gets 9 miles per gallon.
Nice. That's the American dream right there.
Oh hell yeah, guzzle the gas. Maybe I'll turn it into like a corn fuel type car.
Oh yeah, biodiesel.
But anyways, I'll see you later, man. What are you
All
up
right.
to for the rest of the day?
Nothing. It's gonna be our first weekend. Not have any plans.
Nice.
I think we might go to a nice little dinner tonight, but other than that,
Ooh,
just yeah.
that does sound nice. Maybe I'll do the same. Some fucking sushi or something.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting Sea of Thieves?
Oh no.
No?
I didn't. I didn't look at it, but I did download Valorant.
Where are you able to
And
play it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's like not the best quality. It's on low, but I can definitely play it. So I'll
Dude,
have to
we should
go out.
play the game mode snowball fight.
I did. I played a couple of games.
It's so much fun.
It is.
I'm down to play that with you because I honestly I play that for like hours sometimes. Like Jessica will be working out there doing some stuff for her business, and I'm just in here like yelling at my computer screen. But yeah, let me know. Like if you're down, I'm down to play it tonight. I'll probably be playing it anyway. So,
That's good.
What do you downloaded it on? Oh, wait, you have to get it on the Riot thing, right?
Yeah, I just use it on Riot or whatever.
Message me your like your username.
Okay.
And that way I can add you. But all right, everybody.
All right, man.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Later.
Thank you guys.